Final Fantasy Randomizer presentation of the Winter Dab Tournament. There we go. I'm Mr. T, and my co-commentator tonight, as well as our tracker, ADR. How are you doing, ADR?
Oh, I'm good. Looking forward to a good match. So we got a Duckling rematch, I believe.
Oh yeah. Okay, Math Girl, who's our restreamer tonight, and yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a rematch. Actually, if I'm remembering, I think an interview with Autumn like last week. I don't remember. But we got some interesting choices for Rose tonight.
Yes, we do. Autumn got stuck with row 5 by Duskplume. That one's got defeat Tiamat with Bane, which sounds relatively easy. You're susceptible to it. But that means you need to get the spell, you need to get the key items, you need to get up there, and you need enough luck on the RNG for it to actually land. That one can be easy or it can be difficult. We won't know until it happens.
Yeah, considering Bane's definitely less accurate than Brack. It looks like we are on our way. Still 3 and white. We got him black. Oh.
Level 1 nuke, love to see that.
Yep. That is. And Duskplume is stuck with column 5. It involves successfully curing a status element in battle with white magic, which isn't the end of the world. Oh. Speaking of Duskplume, looks like we got a reroll of the party. That's interesting.
Probably wants to take advantage of that level 1 nuke.
I don't blame him, because I want to say they had none before. Oh, they're still taking a none. But to continue going over their column, using the slow boat, so holding B, considering boat go burr.
If you missed last night's race, there was a good little slow boat fun in that. There's a blast to see.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, so from slow sailing from Provoca to Crescent, like, which you gotta be careful if you get an encounter while on the boat. You gotta remember to hold that B button afterwards. Speaking of a boat, why does Bicky have the boat? Probably randomize this. Anyways, as well as Dusk also needs to collect and keep a copper, silver, and gold bracelet. Not really the end of the world when you're running mages, considering the gold bracelet's definitely going to be one of their armors.
That's right. That's a relatively easy one to do.
And then we got the dreaded...
But he does have to throw away that masa.
Yep, and just like Autumn is going to need a cube and a chime to get there, as well as finding the Maza, which thankfully is incentivized. Because I'm assuming that's why that tile wouldn't exist if Maza was not incentivized.
Oh, probably not. That would be too much hunting down.
Yeah.
Still, it's 3 key items. You need to have Chime, Cube, and Masa to get up there to that window to throw it away. So that can be a difficult one just because you have to hunt those things down. And
you got
is Autumn also re-rolling?
Oh. Is she? That's interesting. Don't remember what the original party was. But it looks like they're opting to take a none in a slot. That's interesting. So, because I think, didn't have originally a black mage?
You know, my memory fails me.
So does mine. Which, now, mind you, have we seen level 2 black magic yet?
She just looked at it, and that's what had her reset.
Okay, so something must have been good at level 2 white then. They're also often take none, which kinda scares me. Now, this will affect Autumn a lot more if Bane somehow rolls out of the black mage / wizard spell list.
Level 2 Fade. After level 1 Nuke, they got some powerful sweepers right off the bat.
Yep, very nice. And black magic. We got fast. And a couple level 2 elementals. I'm actually kind of concerned though where Bane's gonna land in the spell list now, actually.
Now there is also the option of Bane's Sword if you're lucky enough to pick that up.
I guess, yeah, that is true. Which, I mean, at that point, you have infinite cast of the spell. You don't need to worry about charges.
It takes a lot of luck to get the right boxes. I have not seen it yet.
Yep. Now, I have a feeling Dusk is going to go hunting for boxes, because at least my kind of strategy on the seats where I didn't have to throw Mazza. Mazza was my endgame sword. But since Dusk is going to have to throw it out and then take a black belt and for his melee character, he's probably going to want to find something to swing. Or they. I apologize.
Sorry, giving up the crystal over on Duskplume's string.
Oh, Crystal could turn into something. It will turn into something. Yeah, looks like he's hanging. They are hanging towards Crystal. I'm like, I'm going to do that a lot, and I apologize. And I know it says it on the thing. It's just tiny.
There's one expensive crown in Crescent Lake, 57,000.
Well, no, it's not as expensive as that steel armor. Or that silver armor. That silver armor is expensive. At least rolled good. Alright, we got nothing too interesting in level 6 white. Nope. And it looks like Autumn is... okay, well, the sage is at the bottom. And it looks like Autumn is looting... oh. Looking in Toph. That's 3 cabins in Toph.
I like to make that check myself. It's an easy bot. Sometimes you can get some early money, and it can really help you get started.
Yep. Or you can find the power bonk.
That's right. Always feels bad when the bats get in your way.
Yeah, well, those bats are actually helpful because if you talk to them, they give you some stats. And we got an incentive ribbon from the king and the oxyale from the princess. As well as those wolves had rub. That's not nice. Is it just me, or is during these tournament matches, these dad matches, have wolves just always been rolling nasty, it feels like?
Well, it's not always, but every time it happens, you remember it because you see them so often, and often so early before you're ready to face them.
You got a point there, Math Girl. You got a point. I mean, dogs also like to do that. I missed what came out of the bottle.
Bottle was a slab.
Ah. And the toy has some dynamite. I don't know how to feel about that.
She keeps on to some powerful trinkets, no doubt.
Yeah. Ooh, Zeus Gauntlet. That'll be nice early. Hooray! Oh, well, there's a chime. So we're a third of the puzzle. Well, I guess half.
Both of them will require Chime and Cube to complete their bingos.
Yep, and oh, looks like we're gonna kill some ogres. Might not be a bad idea. Which makes me wonder. Oh, now I don't want to predict anything, but I mean, ogres are so nice early. Give me a second. Early money and EXP, for how low levels they are. But they could also be going down bottom left to top right. And the slab has been translated. Lupa even on the board? No, Lupa's not on the board. Nice 3 pro rings for 3 grand. I mean, you're kind of getting what you're paying for, but you're maybe buying those for death protection.
Pro rings are the best gauntlet in the game in terms of stats, so it's a nice pickup in any case.
True.
I was going to go see what that fairing is. Looks like Duskplume is on the way to the Fane.
Yep. Make the trek over there early. And, first slab. The rod, that's not quite what we're looking for. Ooh. Let's spot some steak. Look to go down easily.
Rapiers are doing decent damage.
I think the rapiers rolled like +2 or 3. You know. Yeah, this board does seem pretty tame. Oh, we got horizontally flipped volcano. Except well. Alright, it's only some of the floors. It's a turn per floor basis. Oh, and
That's right.
Dusk running into some red Ankylos. Ever fun.
And did not save that rod out of the Fane.
Ooh.
I believe, anyway.
Yeah, well, probably not if they're walking back down there. I don't see any other reason to go back. I'm trying to think, if we, I mean, I'm trying to, hold on. Oops. Where are the notes?
The Armory just pulled off another ribbon over in Volcano. It's a good check. It was a nice find.
Yeah, I thought I saw something important out of there. I can't remember if I saw a ribbon or not.
Looking at this board, do you think they're going to both go for the diagonal, bottom left to top right? Since they both have none, I think there's a solid possibility of that.
Yeah, either that or... I wonder if Dusk might be going down C4, considering they are going back for the rod? I don't see, like, really any other point of going back and getting the rod. I guess 5% EXP? What was the blurring on the red mage, actually?
Well, the other option is that R2, which they might also be going for. And the main difficulty there is taking Kraken twice. Never fun to have unless you're high enough level to just punch right through them. I think that would not be my first choice if I was playing this.
Yeah, no, and if I were, yeah, I'd probably go here to top, bottom right, left to top right, or C4 over going R2.
Tier 4 there at level 4, that's a great spell. But was it?
Oh, there's Bane.
Oh.
We're saved. Red mages can learn Bane. Tier 4. I think Tier 4 is also in this slot. Yeah, that Bane would have been bad, considering they both have red mages. And if that landed at what's Fink? Like level 7 on rack black, that would not have been good.
The red mages can learn most of the black magic, so it's a reasonably safe bet, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the on rack black, considering that is a spot where they can, and also I'm pretty sure the second slot in Guile black is also not available. I don't usually run red mages, so I have to have like a special sheet open. Double check this.
Duskplume also doing that Volcano Armory, finding that nice ribbon. Can appreciate that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a few spots where that Bane could have rolled and not been good. Yeah. Do we have the blurs things?
I'm looking them up right now.
Yeah, because Soft was asking about the red mage. Although I'm pretty sure we don't have spell casting. Actually, I don't remember if Sage class goes under spell casting, but from what we've seen, they don't have that. And those are some expensive gold bracelets. I didn't even notice them with the pro rings. Those are 58 neutral gold bracelets. That's expensive.
But here's our blessings. The fighter got bonus natural resist to 5 of the 8 elements and some extra luck. That is almost a free ribbon on that fighter. Red mage has plus 10 hit percent and can equip the katana.
Actually, interesting thing about the fighter one, think of the elements, there's stats and time in there, which, with the armor that the fighter normally can wear, you know, if we're not putting a ribbon on, don't cover that, as well as Earth, so, actually, if we get Dragon and Aegis Shield and a Pro Ring on that fighter, actually, no, they also have Death Protection, huh. Yeah, we just get, like, what, Dragon Armor on that fighter, and it resists everything else?
Close to it. In fact, I think that is everything. Dragon resists fire, ice, and lightning, which are the remaining 3.
Yeah. Yeah, all we need is Dragon Armor, and that fighter basically set. Unless, of course, you know, the unlucky 3 and 256 happens. Because that it just, you never know when that's gonna strike. Yeah, so the red mage had a katana and the extra hit, but unfortunately lost a bit of strength. There's the Malistas.
This is one of the Malices that isn't terribly important because one shot of temper will undo it.
Yeah, as well as the crit rate of the katana also help out. Actually, if Autumn somehow finds both katanas, she could have 2 people wielding them. Brian, we promote the beef into a ninja. Yeah, but the interesting thing being, we only have 3 of the 6 classes selected. Fine. The white mage can wear a ribbon. That white mage is going to be a liability. Yeah.
Arm's making her way down the ice cave.
Yeah. Also, both. Yeah. We'll have to see what ends up here. Ah, what is it?
She's doing the full lap. Let us see fleet R4.
Oh yeah, that is. I was wondering. I was kind of wondering if that tile was on there, considering what she was doing.
Autumn is required to take that sleeve because of her required row, taking to level 25.
Yeah, so that's another option, although, again, going down C3 does involve killing Kraken twice. And it's Kraken 2.
R4 is out because there's no black belt.
Yep.
My philosophy when Summerlee's Bingo is if you're in the area, go ahead and take the extra time to do the thing, just so you hedge your bets, because your plan A might not work out, and having plan B ready, it costs you a minute now, but it might save you a few minutes later.
Yep, and it also could mess with your opponent's head.
It can. At the same time, I am not particularly great at this bingo game myself, and so taking advice from me might not win you the championship.
Yeah, no, I'm not the best at it either. Okay, we have Dusk in Marsh. What could we... Have we seen the incentive box in Marsh yet? Oh, Mux with Blizzard. That's not good. Crab Cakes. Bane was level 4. We got lucky. The runners got lucky. It didn't roll into one of the not learnable areas. For the red mage or wizard. Oh, the eye is casting dark.
Dark is buffed in this flag set. It can take your hits down significantly. Duskplume just got the herb out of Marsh. And lasagna, that is the Titan's favorite food, fun percent flag. That would be the ruby out of ice.
Yep. So the Titan is Garfield today? Yeah, there's some pretty interesting bingo scores. I feel like the runners are fairly tame with their picks today.
Being honestly C1, there's C2 poison elemental spells. Every time a runner's been required to do that, it's been difficult to find, and then there's other games where they come right out nice and early. It's usually when you don't need it. Masa or the Elf Prince.
Yeah, I may be very familiar with having to do that tile. But yeah, the improved dark, yeah, that kind of, from what I hear, yeah, it really hurts. Like, if a black belt somehow gets hit by it, that's just, that's no bueno.
On the bright side, using Lamp, A Mute, or Cure 4 in these flags can cure it, and that will score you that R1C5, successfully cure an ailment with white magic.
Yes, because the improved Lamp, A-Mute, and all those are on. Which means Lamp can also cure... Go ahead.
Well, Autumn out of habit, you're taking an eye grind. That's something we've seen a lot out of this tournament. And that Snoring is a status elemental skill. So she's already, I believe, 2 of the 3 towards lighting that square as well.
That's very handy. This eye's been very handy. But yeah, going back to what I was about to say, which hopefully I remember. Of course I forget that. It's fine. It'll come back. Oh, right. Lamp can cure paralysis because of the improved, Lamp spell flag being on.
That's you just lit last status elemental square. There must have already been a third, which I was not paying attention to.
Snorting, I think it was. Also causes dark. But, yeah. Honestly, I feel like the worst row / column might be R2? Because saying Kraken 2 can be, well, Kraken 2.
Certainly a gamble.
Yeah, as well as Anquias don't like to play nice. And who knows how rare the mythical blue steak is.
And poutine.
Like how we have 2 different ruby items. That's interesting. Okay, because I can probably explain this. The 1% flag that has several different options. So there's obviously just leaving it vanilla. There's other minerals. There's junk food, healthy food, beverages, and then all of them from or the option for all of which we'll take from all the lists. So I would assume it's probably they both have different sets turned on for it. Yes, the reverse 4s are neat and also very disorienting.
Adam and Eye of the Titan.
Yep. So we got some metal to turn into who knows what. Looks like Autumn's leaving the ice cave. Oh, that's a tail from the animate. Which is nice, it allows us to promote.
While promotion's not strictly required, I do expect to see them do it given these bars.
Of course, there is a flag turned on known as the Hall of Dragons. Which means we're going to see a lot of dragons in this corridor here. Including the potential of Tiamat 1 showing up. That's never fun.
That is actually somewhat convenient because you can bang Tiamat 1 in the Hall of Dragons and it counts for that time.
Oh, you're right. So how do these Gasties roll? Oh, they rolled under 300. Oh.
Hall of Dragons makes for a really great grind spot in these flags too. You can hop in, take a few dragons, hop out, save, and it's a relatively safe, high experience grind.
Yes, it makes me wonder where those Gasties are on, or are off the hard reset. Because that is definitely a grind if they're that weak. And Duskplume has promoted. I'm choosing not to talk to the Ray Dwarf. Can't blame them. Does take a couple seconds to do.
I always talk to this Ray Dwarf, even
speaking
if I am playing solo, and here we have that tier 1.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, with Blaze. It looks like we're opting to fast. Has Duskplume been to Elfland?
Duskplume does not require that row.
Oh, that is true. That is right.
So that Masa, the fight did not take long.
Yep. Duskplume's probably gonna use it while they can. They are gonna have to check it out the window at some point. Wait, actually, what did the Mazda roll?
From chat, is this head-to-head bingo style? It is a double anti-bingo, meaning that each player has chosen a challenge that their opponent must do, and then they do one of their own choosing. So Automata Habit here must do row 5, and then one additional bingo, and Duskplume must do column number 5 and one additional. After they light their 2, now they're free to go through and defeat Chaos to finish the game and stop the clock.
Yep. Alright, let's see what Astos had. Give me a second now. The cube.
If they are trying to go for that diagonal, purchase 5 HP restoring spells. That is your tears and your heals. And that can be a difficult one to get with the red mage given the relative scarcity of permissions for white magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a flipped waterfall. That is always a brain bender.
Ugh. That it is.
The layout goes thanks to Dark Moon here in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. He's a really great asset doing a lot of the art for us.
I'm getting her herb out of Marsh Cave. And will we see Bounce Pad? Oh, there he is. Oh. Yeah, this is quite interesting that Dusk is now. I haven't seen the charges of his red mages, but it's interesting that we're just meleeing these paralists.
There's some stone poison.
Ooh, yeah, that's not what we want to see.
And Lair.
Oh,
that is two.
There's your two poisons. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're saying the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, and Scorch. Jeez. Oh, it ticked off 2 tiles. Briny. See, fire elemental skill or spell was on there. But yeah, that takes care of that 2 poison thing.
Actually, I think I'm mistaken. Glare might not be poison. It's Glance, which is poison out of the Medusa.
Oh. I think it's the Medusas, but yeah. Actually, I might both have it. Yeah, I think Glance is... Oh, boy.
That's a Masa +1 out of the Elf Prince. Oh, I'm now picking that up.
Yeah, very nice. Masa immune. Yes, usually. It depends on the square. Yeah, it was, of course, it says then save, or in the case of the killing the Fiend refights in Topher multiple times, those also. Oh, is that a first turn Bane? From
It was.
Wow.
So much for the challenge on that one.
Yep.
But that's the RNG. Sometimes it gives, sometimes it takes away. Today I decided to give.
We're going for it again. Yeah, me never trust. Yeah, no, never. I don't.
And now on the second fight, LeBane is not going to hit as easily.
I got lucky with the first one. I would fast. Yeah. Also, these birds. Birds are being, well, birds. Birds in video games being birds. They're being rude. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to live through it. Thankfully.
Sorry, the squares that say C or open chest, as long as it happens on stream, you're good. You do not have to escape, you don't have to survive, you don't have to save. So those ones are somewhat forgiving. On the other hand, that throw massa away, that one specifically says you must escape the dungeon and save. And so there are ones that give you a little more difficulty.
And meanwhile, we have the canal from the robot. So Cure 4 does not cure stone. I am sorry, it just doesn't. It's like the one that it's the only status other than death that it cannot cure. Yeah, take one none, yeah, it doesn't count if you restart.
And Autumn's got yet another tier trying to lock that promotion out.
Jeez. Okay, we need to cut all of Tiamat's heads off all at once. Isn't that how you get rid of Hydras?
No, I'm not exactly a Hydra expert, but there why I hate the river system.
Yes, it can be quite annoying. Well,
I mean, Duskplume is a little bit disoriented with the slipped waterfall.
Yeah, I can't blame him on that. But I mean, anything in this game with Script Shuffle on can be nasty.
Just saw Bane land again. Beef Curry asking, what if you spend 100k in reset? That is a square that requires you to save.
Yeah.
The players, when they're logged into the bingo board, if they hover over things, it will show the details underneath. So that will clarify the requirements to them. And we did that so there will not be as much confusion during the game.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there is a sprite compendium on the randomizer website that has a whole bunch of sprites to use.
That's right. Go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, click on the resources tab. There is a link there to the sprite.
I don't think the Valkyrie lights are in there. Because I actually don't know why they're not in there. Probably due to them being from somewhere else. Actually, I'm not sure. No, I'm pretty. Cure 4 should count for that square, right? For
yes, it
curing a
does.
status, yeah. Because it is white magic. Last time I checked. I'm getting her rod from the Lithuanians. Ah. Ooh, relatively cheap houses. Like $551. That's something you don't see often.
That's what I'm about to do that slow boat, having to remember to hold B the whole ride over.
Uh, beef. No, life does not count because it must be in battle, and we can't cast life in battle.
As an HP restoring spell, well, technically it does restore 1 HP, but we decide to exclude that from the square.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. That's me misreading. But yeah.
The idea of that square was to make them do something they wouldn't normally do, and given the utility of the life spells, we figured that would be a little bit too easy.
Yeah. Looks like Dusk is getting there, the long sail.
And you see immediately resets out, that is a square you do not have to save, so since you did the journey, mission accomplished. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
After picking up the expensive crown, not enough money left over for the expensive steel armor. Looks like they may be considering that square as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they might be. But yeah, steel armor is not real cheap. And you can't find steel armor out of a box. You can find equivalents, considering if I remember correctly, the flame and ice armor have this roughly the same stats. I want to say it's the same absorb, but do not have as much of an evasion penalty.
And they offer elemental protection. They're all around better. The steel armor in vanilla is so expensive, it's hard to really imagine a case to go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
I'm picking up spells for her knight.
Yep.
Some games, if you promote late, a knight gains magic charges at every odd level past, I believe, 14. So if you promote too late and you go straight into Topher, you might not have any charges to actually use those spells. But if you do have the charges and you pick them up, it's really nice to have. Kraken likes to knock out your mage, then your knight can pick him back up, and it helps a lot going against Tia and Chaos. So taking the time to pick up those spells, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you can promote before, if you can promote at 14, because if you promote at 14, they will gain the first charge at 15. Autumn has lit up another square, getting a spell from every level. That's pretty good. Oh yeah. They both kind of need to do a weapon shop hunting, because they need to smack some snakes with some sticks.
That square is one of them that it's not terribly difficult, but it can take a surprising amount of time. I did a practice run where I spent 5 minutes trying to find an asp. You have to search various encounter zones, try to find one off the reset, and then take them down before they run away. So it's easier to do that slightly low level.
Yeah,
and the cobras here on Earth.
Yep, and they're just running. I can't tell, was that a staff weapon that ninja's swinging? Oh yeah, that's a stick. Pretty sure it's the iron staff, actually. I think. I don't know weapon sprites. Go on. Oh, and there's some unrunnable asps. Which, a funny thing, at least I think can happen in this. I could be wrong. Oh, well, that just proved it. Yep. You can't run from this fight, but the enemies can run.
I was just saying how that square can be a difficult one to do, and she managed to find them very quickly here in the Earth Cave.
Yep. I mean, there's another similar one, like, it's hammering down scorpions and lobsters. That's a fun.
Lobsters are not too hard to find, but they hit hard. So while you're sitting there knocking around with a hammer, they can be actually killing you. We've seen some runners wipe to that one.
Yeah. Actually, look at the bingo board. Autumn's doing pretty good. Actually. Oh, I think I see what Autumn's doing.
I think both runners are going for C4.
I think so. The thing is, the only thing Autumn's gonna have to do after doing, you know, defeating Lich 1 and visiting all the rooms on Lich Floor is just get that thief up to level 25 and still kill some ogres. I'm pretty sure we've seen her kill both Gerter ogres and normal ogres, but I don't think we've seen a Wiz ogre yet on screen at all for anyone.
Yeah, the challenge to some of these, you can take the time and take down just 12 if you find them off the hard reset or something like that. Or if you know your encounter zones, you might be able to go hunt down the different ones.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nice 4-pack, so that'll be more progress towards just, you know, getting 12 overall. And yeah, Wiz ogres appear in Volcano and outside of Onrak. I think that's the only spots they spawn?
I think you're correct about that.
I don't know if there's like any other zones where they spawn. I know about the two, the volcano and the outside of Onrak. Yeah, both for, you know, going over the pothole that is a vampire, or the rug, whatever you want to refer to vampire as. Oh, 4+5 hammer. Yeah, only enough, yes, the thief can swing it. I mean, the ninja can swing nearly every weapon in the game. The exceptions being Excalibur and the Wizard Staff. I think is the only two exceptions.
There's a gold ring here in this Earth 4 armor.
They don't have one. They don't have to go for that square, but it's still a gold ring. It's still very nice armor.
The Duskplume see that. I think they might have walked right past.
Hey, thank you, Beef. Looks like Autumn is opting to loot all the chests here in Earth 4, which kinda surprises me.
There's a Wizard Ogre.
Is that a trap tile? Or is that just normally down here?
That was a trap tile.
Because there are trap tiles in that room, but I never know where they are. Well, that would be that tile. Oh, and now, if you were Dusk, would you be starting to sweat a bit?
I would be. Duskplume still has to go up to Sky, drop La Masa, and still needs to get some levels, whereas Automatic Habit only needs levels, and otherwise it's going to be able to go straight ahead.
Yeah, and also still hasn't cured a status element in battle yet.
Lich is throwing out fire too, demanding a little bit of respect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm surprised this Lich is still standing.
I believe Duskplume is letting the script run out, looking for perhaps a dark.
Oh, there's dark. There we go.
Good play.
Yep. I was saying, yeah, that actually might be what they are doing, because that is a thing. Autumn, looking to visit all the rooms on Lich's floor. How many rooms are there on Lich's floor, actually?
Well, it's just a variety of dead ends. That's what that square is referring to.
Ah! Okay, so there's not a lot of actual door entrances, okay.
You can see each other lighting these squares. They know they're only a few steps away from each other.
But, as you said, Dusk still needs to hit the sky, and we still haven't seen our chime, actually. Oh. We've been to Waterfall. No, I don't. Have we seen anyone in Ordeals yet?
Narek had the chime. I might have forgotten to check it off on the tracker. I'm pulling double duty tonight, so my attention is a little bit distracted.
That's fine. And it looks like Autumn is gonna get some levels in Toph.
Question in chat: are you allowed to do bingo after? And no, you must do the bingos first before you take on Chaos to finish the game. If you kill Chaos before you bingo, you have to reset out, go back, and try to bingo again, and then go back in and finish Chaos. I've seen some runners take level 25 in the Temple of Fiends, and that's actually a pretty good play. You can get a lot of experience on your way down, and as long as you survive and take Chaos down, that counts.
Yeah, that, or quickly just pop back out and save the levels. Although, I feel like if you want to take levels, you want to see this, because worms are worth a good amount. But I think floor 2 and 3 have a lot more better EXP fights.
We just saw level 23 go by, it won't be long now.
I think they're gonna save those levels. Very smart idea. It looks like Dusk is trying to get their squashing of some snakes. Ooh, these chimeras are kind of hitting hard. Though I don't know what that red mage is wearing for armor. Okay, Autumn going away from Topher. Maybe going to get healing supplies? That's what it looks like.
It's surprising how fast you can chug down 99 heal pots in a Topher run.
Oh yeah. Especially in long Topher.
Now talking about this Topher, in these flags we have a free loot and an unlocked Topher, which means that there are no key items required to go through this. The runners, the challenge they have is getting their bingos. Other than that, they can just go through. If they can win the fights, they can finish the game.
Yep. Makes me wonder something, and I'll think about it in a second. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I had a question. I thought I had something, but yeah. It wasn't important. Yeah, it looks looks like they're gonna be fighting. Oh, ooh, this is a good fight. Jim is worth surprisingly a good amount of experience, I've learned.
They are. Meanwhile, Duskplume is out looking for armor shops.
Yeah. Oh, I think he might. I don't know if he has a. I know he has. I'm pretty sure they have a copper. I don't know about silver and gold yet. Ooh. Ooh, another old Biz Vamp and Zombie D. That's some nice EXP as well. Ooh, Quad X Hello.
There's one expensive gold bracelet. We're gonna have to sell some things to get the cash to purchase that.
Yeah. Nope. Darn NPCs that can't be guillotined. And it's only heal staff. I don't know, because we have the improved heal spells and stuff. I don't know how much that actually increases to heal.
Heal staff costs, it either casts heal 1 or heal 2, which is slightly improved here. It can be viable if you have nothing else to do on a character, but probably not the first choice in any battle.
Ooh, we're running away from Jim. Oh, we're
I'm on a habit. She's got everything she needs. Probably gonna go in, see about finishing.
Yep, I just noticed that she hit 25. And now Duskplume is probably sweating a bit.
No doubt. I've watched enough of these games to know that last level frequently comes in Topher. And the Topher run, if all goes well, you're looking at about 7 minutes. Now, things certainly may not go well. We've often seen Fiends hit hard, we've seen Chaoses wipe you down. Topher's a great equalizer, they don't call it that for nothing. Yep. But, you know, the clock is ticking to this one.
And I mean, yeah. Topher, yeah, is the great equalizer. Anything can happen here. Considering none of them checked the bats, so we have no clue how buff these fiends are.
Those bats is something that I forget about when I'm playing. They're so often just an obstacle in your way. They give valuable information with these flags, but it's very easy to forget that when you have the habit of just running right past.
Yep, and Duskplume has lit the square for the copper, the bracelets, but they are still need to go up skies, all the way up Sky Top, Mirage, and then Sky.
Now, if the encounter table cooperates, you can run up Sky pretty quickly. Looks like they're gonna take a look. A Katana -4. That's no good to see.
Yeah, at least they can go there. But meanwhile, Lich had Bane. Yep. Yes.
Another question in chat. Does this need to toss Moss out the window and then run into Chaos? That is all that's required.
Makes you wonder what else they have for weapons. Because that Mazda being out of your inventory can kind of hurt sometimes, which might be why they're taking the time to open some more chests.
I agree. And that's Taylor or Vorpal would help to even the odds a little.
Yep. Comes Perry too. Perry, one of the first fiends that is kind of capable, Reface is kind of capable of being a challenge at times, depending on how she rolls. Oh, there's Zap.
Checking the stats on that Coil +4. It's not a great weapon, but if you have to, it can do the job.
Have we seen Temper?
We did, yes.
Yeah, if we have Temper, we can Temper open it. Vorpal has Boris.
The vanilla Vorpal has a decent crit rate, but you do need to temper or power bond or something to get its base damage off the ground. Otherwise, it is a bit of a pool noodle.
Yeah. Oh, unrunnable Gershark Wizzhag fight. Sell it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, if you have temper or power bonk, yeah, Vorpal can be very viable. Just take Team Vorpal. Oh boy.
Duskplume almost up to Sky 3. Meanwhile, Automatic Habit is about to face Kraken 2.
Yep. Kraken 2, known for smacking any white mages, which we don't have any, so who knows. Or Kraken 2's gonna open up Swirl.
721 damage out of that night.
That's pretty good. We got a nuke, swing, and 4.
Duskplume is now ready to enter Topher.
Yep.
Kraken 2 is down.
Yeah, Kraken 2 kinda didn't do anything. I just cast its swirl and went down. Didn't swing, which is very generous.
On to Tier 2. Same strategy. Fast temper and swing with that Masa, which she did not have to throw out a window.
Yeah, she did not have to throw it out. And fast and temper coming out before the swing, that's a rarity.
Roll 5 damage.
Not bad. Maybe extra tempers hurt. Ooh, 1x, swing wide, and yeah, those tempers.
Huge hit
Yeah.
out of that night.
Yep. And what is Dusk looking for? Remind me if Dusk comes in for an interview. I already had. Ooh. Oh yeah, Chaos Floor encounters. That's a thing. The flag. Yeah, I'm gonna probably ask Dusk what they were looking for here. But Autumn is on Chaos. We have a fast, we have a swing, and some temper. No, temper does not get out. Chaos just missed first swing.
That's a thief in the first position with that. Thieves and ninjas are pretty good at dodging.
Yeah. Is thief agility boosted in this flag set?
It is. It's plus 80, which is 1 charge of ruse given for free.
Well, it only saved that ninja first turn. Ooh. Chaos kind of hitting hard, but Chaos is terminated. Get some GGs in chat.
We got an official time there of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 20 seconds for Automatic Habit.
We'll see if they want to come in for an interview.
Automatic Habit saying that she has to grab a drink and settle down for a bit. And I know how that is when you're in a competitive race. It looks like you can win. It can get the nerves can get to you. And there's experienced runners who say it still happens after years. And when you're newer to the game, it's quite an exhilarating feeling to be coming up on a win and knowing that it can be taken away at any second if Chaos decides to nuke you or
do
anything. All kinds of things.
Yeah. And the volunteer is raiding us with a party of 7. Yes, thank you for the raid. And it's just a key. Definitely not what Dusk is looking for. And
Dusk did decide to throw in the towel on this. Still want to say GG's. That was a good run.
Yeah,
a little bit of bad luck in the owner store hunt.
And to answer Shazam's question, yes, Topher is unlocked. So the key was not required.
Question in chat from a master asking, what is Nasir? Nasir Jabeli is the man who programmed the original Final Fantasy 1.
Huh. Oh, you learn something new every day.
After I saw that, I thought maybe it was an outsourced company. I had to look it up many years later on the internet. And he was a programmer who was known for doing really exceptional things with the hardware back in the 80s. And so in Squaresoft, they wanted to get a technical edge over the competition to make a name for themselves. They reached out to him and hired him. He did a number of games, and then, of course, he did Final Fantasy, which is what we know and love him for here in this community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nasir is an Iranian programmer who moved to Iranian American who ended up moving to Japan to take that job.
Interesting. Oh. GG's Autumn.
Thank you, thank you. I was worried that someone was muted or that my audio wasn't working. Wow, what a run.
Yeah.
Excellent time.
I don't know that I've ever been so indecisive at the beginning of a run before.
We saw you did a re-roll. What was your thinking behind that?
So column 4 was very, very appealing. And my first thought was, I don't want to be locked out of faster temper. And I don't want to not be able to get any sort of white magic I would need. But then I saw Nuke, Fast, Heal 3, and Fade, all at levels 1 and 2, all Red Mage learnable. So just that column was very appealing. I thought about just taking a ninja for my only melee. But that fighter having all of the resists just felt way too safe to pass on.
Yes. All the resists except for the elemental spells.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that gets away from all of the stuff that can be scary, or most of the stuff that can be scary early, especially knowing that I needed to see status attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if it was a good idea to keep waiting out the eye. When I saw it had a script with 2 statuses, I was like, there's probably a third one here.
That was a really smart play. We saw one a couple days ago where a runner went up against the Giants and saw they had a script and just sat there and waited, and it really paid off. When they have a script, it often does go deep. That was a smart play.
Yeah, and then just another thing with column 4, I realized since I had to do the ogres, I know that those are in Earth Cave. And I figured I could actually get by without having to do much aside from find the rod. So that's why taking 1 nun was very appealing, because so many of the other rows just are gross. Like, I didn't want to have to deal with Slowboat. That would be agony. opening every chest in Sky is 2 incentives that I turned out to get, but that's 2 key items I didn't want to have to get.
Right. Now, are you concerned about Bane when you didn't take the Black Mage? If it rolled level 8, you might have been in trouble.
So here's the thing about that. I forgot. I realized after I got Bane how lucky I was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a dumb play. Honestly, I probably would have just started opening boxes to find a Bane sword.
Absolutely, it's doable, but that will take some good time. But your odds are pretty good on Red Mage being able to pick up the Black Magic, so it paid off for you.
Yeah, especially knowing that I was going to have to promote, and I don't know my spell permission charts nearly as well as I would like to. But it ended up working out for me.
Yeah. I have a question. What made you choose C5 for Duskplume to do?
So I thought that C5, I knew that using the slow boat is going to take a while. Curing a status ailment can require some luck to get a status ailment. I had that square earlier in the week, and I know it's very doable, but it can be a pain. If there wasn't a gold somewhere, that was like 50k, so that would take a while. Having to throw away the Mass Moon, which was the only decent weapon I ever saw. Those were sort of my thoughts there. Plus, I knew that throwing away the Mass Moon does require 2 key items, and there wasn't anything else that I could see that really required more.
Yeah, no.
As you were going into Topher, Duskbloom was working his way or their way up the Mirage Tower, so it was that square that probably got you, quite possibly won you the game.
Yeah, I could actually tell. I saw that we did glitch at almost the exact same time. And then I could see them filling in their squares, and I was like, I'm going into Topher. All they have left to do is throw the Mass Moon into space. I've got a very good chance.
Yeah,
My original Topher run, when I exited out to save after I got the level 25, I went back and forth, but I didn't want to have to redo my grind if one of the fiends threw something gross at us.
yeah. DM saying our streak could have been ugly one. Yeah, our streak that C2 poison elemental skills or spells never fun.
Consider that one. It's just that doesn't require any key items. Well, I guess it requires the rod, but column 4 was juicy enough that I figured we'd both be trying to go for that if we could.
Mm-hmm.
I almost took a none on my original roll, and then just as I was looking at the incentives, I didn't see anything else that looked worth going for. I would have considered doing column 1, but then that's adding another forced character that I didn't want. Because the dragons were good. And I was really glad that I learned earlier in the week that you'll find Tia in the Hall of Dragons.
Yup.
And you actually did see 2 poison elemental skills throughout that game. There was, I believe, a stone poison and a bane. You could have lit that, but that square is by no means guaranteed. We've seen runners struggle with that one before too.
Oh yeah, it didn't feel like there was anything else that was as bad to combine with it.
Mm.
And especially with that, and with there being the black belt square, I'm thinking in too many different directions here. Yeah, just everything else in that row isn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, throwing the mods out, if you're forced to take a black belt anyways, that's usually not a problem.
Exactly. But if you're not taking a black belt, especially when the fighter rolls so nice in this seed, just then you have to find a second melee weapon.
Yeah.
I was also very happy to see the early Masa because that solved my damage problems with doing anything I wanted. I forget,
Duskplume,
did that come originally from Marsh leading to Prince?
Yeah, the
I
herb was in Marsh.
The one time Marsh was actually worthwhile.
Yeah, because who wants to go in the marsh?
Exactly. I also, a fun fact, wasn't positive that Exit was going to be Red Wizard learnable. I was thinking like 75% confidence, but it was enough to go out of my way to go pick it up, or at least try to.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
also forget what those spell permissions are. If I'm not looking it up, it just slides my mind.
Yeah, same.
yeah, the first 4 levels I'm good with unpromoted, but not as much with promoted. I also tend to forget to put spells on ninjas and knights, and I'm really glad I did that with all those unrunnables in Topher. It was good to have
Yeah.
a couple nukes and fades that I could throw around, and having the extra fast cast just so I didn't have to worry so much about what I used was really nice for just the reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
And the thief did a great job of being a meat shield too. I was fully waiting for Kraken 2 to knock down the red mage and for everything else to get dicey, and going into chaos I was even worried that I had no way to boost evade.
Yeah, that is a scary thought.
When we saw that chaos swing and a miss on your thief, it was a very nice thing to see. The thief agility buff was helping you out there.
Absolutely. Thief absolutely doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, normally I get that square take one thief to 25 and I'm just thinking thief carry, but these flags just did not want a thief carry.
Yeah, and well, Dusk found a katana in Mirage, but it rolled bad.
That makes me feel even better about that. Especially because I wanted no part of Mirage or Sky if I could help it, just because they take a while.
Yeah, takes a bit of time to get up.
And I couldn't find anything good off of a reset or off the power cycle either. That's probably what pushed me to go into Ice early. Plus, I was thinking I need to start finding incentives because I need to do Earth. And I realized I'll just do my grind on the eyes. Didn't need to take it the whole way because I knew I could do a walking grind the rest of the way.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I wanted to get enough levels to at least be able to take care of anything I ran into.
yeah, I mean, and there's always the option of Topher where you were doing the rest of the grind.
Yeah, I was between that or Hall of Dragons. I figured, well, if I do Topher, I'm already there, so why not?
Yeah. Um.
Duskbloom has decided to pass on the interview this time. I mean, still, it's done really good game to both of you.
Yeah,
There's a good
we have had a
competition.
lot of close races ever since the Derby. So I had this one circled on the calendar. I've always looked forward to racing against Duskplume because we've gone back and forth on who takes those races.
Trying to think, is there anything else? ADR?
No, I think we're ready to get some last thoughts.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Last thoughts. I want to thank everyone in the booth and Math Girl on the restream here for helping out to get this on the road and for everyone organizing the dab. And I am looking forward to seeing brackets and the just vanishingly small chance I have of still making my way in.
Oh, you and me both. We both sit
Yeah,
at 1-2.
yeah, I did the math and I was like, there's a chance. But we're very much in so you're saying there's a chance territory.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes. Now, we do have another dab race on tonight, the same channel, RPG Limit Break, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Luffy DV versus Fry Teeth. That's going to be a good match to watch as well.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to thank ADR for doing both the tracking and stepping in to help me with comms tonight, considering I didn't know if I could handle it solo. So
It,
I
it,
very much appreciate that ADR.
it was my first time actually getting on the mic, so I'm glad you were there so we could back each other up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd also like
It,
to, yeah,
I know it is not easy pulling double duty.
And also thanks to Math Girl doing our restreaming here tonight,
yeah. And thanks
and
to
to
the
RPG Limit Break for hosting us.
mhm, and also thanks to basically the entire Final Fantasy Randomizer community, especially the people who organize all this madness of a tournament. And feel free to come join the Discord. We're friendly. The game might not be because it's a randomizer. Rando gonna rando.
Sorry, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. If you want to see this, come join us. Give the game a play. We're always happy to take new players in. I myself, I'm in for about 1 year. We've got new players here. Shadow, I think you were relatively new as well. Autumn and Duskplume, also this year. It's a friendly community. We're happy to have you.
Yep, I've probably been playing randomizer off and on since 2020. But really started, trying to go fast in prep for the Derby, which I
And
missed, sadly.
I just started 3 months ago, and I have been having a blast in this community.
So have I. It's a great community. The Duckling program is very friendly. I'm trying to think what else I could say. Hmm.
I think we've just about run out of stuff, so let's go ahead and give them their channel back. Thanks again to everybody. Have a great night, and we hope to see you at 9. That's going to be another good race. Take care, everybody.
Yep.